Well, good evening, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. You know, it's been a long day, but you know what? I am trying to bring you the content and insights and things as I see it, and it may not be the taste for everybody. Some of y'all may say you do too damn much content and stuff, and that's cool. All you have to do is not watch. That's real cool. Others out there, they say they actually enjoy it. And besides, I go crazy if I'm not talking at least to a camera or talking to something, brick wall. I would do this even if there wasn't a camera in front of me. Literally, my wife says, "Are you crazy or just plain stupid?" I say maybe both. Maybe both. But originally when I started this channel, it was to bring to light the mistruths and things that you hear. Because there's perception and then there's reality. Unfortunately, a lot of the talking shows out there are perception that they put out there. I sit here and think about somebody had gone through and they were talking about there's Cleveland Browns and I think Washington football team. They used to have shirts or jerseys that literally had every name of the quarterbacks they had. For Washington, the list from Mark Rippon on through to now, some 27, 28 years is like 35 quarterbacks. Quarterbacks that weren't just journeymen, but guys that were first-round picks and guys that were, successful other places that literally that have done nothing. I mean, I can go through and I can think about after they screwed up Jason Campbell with the chuck and duck offense, they decided they were going to get Donovan McNabb, a guy who had went to the Super Bowl and had actually taken the Eagles to 3 straight NFC championship games. And after one season, they destroyed him. They decided RG3, great prospect, 3 number ones, in a second, and had one good year, and he got destroyed. They had Kirk Cousins, paid him about $50 million to see him walk away and get paid elsewhere because they thought that Alex Smith, a guy who was a former number 1 pick, who had been to the playoffs and been very, very efficient, will get that guy to replace Kirk Cousins. And he gets injured halfway through his first year, stays on the payroll for $68 million, and plays a couple of games the very last year of the contract. After they had drafted a first round pick in Dwayne Haskins. And to go through all of that, to then go through who I deem good luck Chuck, Ryan Fitzpatrick. And typically when you bring in Ryan Fitzpatrick is because you got a young guy that's not ready to go, but the Washington's cupboard is bare. So seeing all of that and understanding that the Dallas Cowboys, they had their whole journeymans from the, Ryan Leafs and, the end of Randall Cunningham and Brad Johnson, the Drew Bledsoes and Drew Hensons and Quincy Carters. We get fortunate to get Tony Romo, an undrafted free agent. Tony Romo gets injured, and we come up with a 4th-round draft pick that cost us nothing, Dak Prescott, that's doing all kinds of things, and Cowboy fans don't seem to understand that shit don't happen. So, again, I'm trying to at least bring you the narrative or at least show you what's being done when the wool's being pulled over your eyes. And the thing that I've noticed, this is Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. The thing that I have noticed, excuse me, sorry, wrong clip there. Hit the wrong button. So many damn buttons. When they pull the wool over your eyes, I want you to understand that they're pulling the wool over the eyes. Or better yet, I should say they're pissing on your head and telling you it's raining. Because every day now, Skip Bayless's new mantra is Dak Prescott, $75 million this year. It's funny. I don't think I've heard anybody talking about Josh Allen, how much compensation money he's getting this year because of his. Dak Prescott's number, and he quotes in here, Tom Brady, it's $27 million. Well, that's the cap. Is that the cap number? Because I believe there's some guys in the 30, because it all boils down to the cap number. But he's trying to set this narrative that Dak Prescott is greedy. Dak Prescott, you know, Kirk Cousins signed a fully guaranteed $78 million contract, following it up with 2 more years at another, I want to say 72 on top of it. Nobody bats an eye. So now, after saying that Dak Prescott should take a, team-friendly deal, something that nobody in the NFL is, that he should just be satisfied being the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. Because as the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, you get all kinds of perks. You get all those ads. So here's the hypocrisy of Skip Bayless now. Let's go to the tape. This is the thing that perks me.
Take a listen.
It kills me.
Jim just gave me a brilliant idea, business idea, that I need to know who to put in. But if it didn't come from this room, I'm only going to put it in this room. We'll take it and run with it. It's the new cornhole. Sell it, make it for a tailgate. All I got to do is make a pylon, but do it in the shape of a jersey. Put a 19 and a 88 on it. Get rubber balls, $15 to make it, sell it for 40. I mean,
hello?
We'll be millionaires. I mean, I'm just letting y'all know what I'm going to do. So I already talked to my financial advisor. Jim told me yesterday. I was just watching.
And I hope the box that comes in is like a big picture of you.
No, we'll call it something else.
Prescott's pylon.
That's pretty good. I was thinking more like tailgate touchdown, but I like that one.
I think you ought to nickname yourself Pylon Prescott. You too can go to the Pro Bowl. Yeah. Pylon Prescott.
Skip, what did this tell you about Dak?
Yeah! What did it tell you about it?
First, allow me to disqualify myself. I'm a lifelong Cowboy fan. As you know, I have great expectations for this year's Cowboys to at least win the least. And I just didn't really want to hear my $75 million quarterback.
There it is. My $75
sort of greedy idea.
He's greedy now.
Like he's really thought hard about it.
Yeah.
I hope people understand. They had showed a little footage. They have a pylon game that they play with the quarterbacks, and it's a soft toss game to knock the orange pylon down from about, 30 feet away.
Right.
And I don't know, it's something somebody started that they keep the tradition going. So Dak's already got his wheels turning, thinking we could market this.
Right.
We could make it for $15. He'd gone all the way to sell it for $40.
Right.
I'm sure they could.
Right.
And I'm sure it would work.
Yeah.
If you put a 19 jersey on one pylon,
Right.
Amari,
Right.
and an 88 CD on the other one,
Right.
yeah, and put Dak's face on it,
Right.
would Cowboy Nation buy it?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would.
Okay.
They buy anything.
They buy anything. Okay, I got it. But I think Dak has around 12 national TV commercials already.
Okay, I just want to interject here for 1 second because you don't think Jerry Jones is not working on a Whataburger deal? You don't think Jerry Jones is working on a Whataburger deal the way he was praising Whataburger there on Hard Knocks? Jerry Jones, it's not like he's not, how many billions does he have? It's not that he doesn't have a blue and a white helicopter, you know what I'm saying? It's not that he doesn't own AT&T as well as the Star in a casino in Arkansas and buildings in New York. But Jerry Jones, he's not being greedy. The same guy who literally sold T-shirts that said Zeke who. So, Skip, go on.
And he's going to make $75 million this year.
Just
Second
this
on
year.
the quarterback list in salary is Tom Brady at 27.5. 75 million down to 27.5. And it just hit me wrong. Like, what is he talking about? Maybe they were just having fun, but he had already thought it through. And it was serious. This is a business idea that he is thinking hard about in his
Well, I
head.
guess the quarterback's coach gave him the idea.
Well, I guess so, but then he volunteered. I don't think he'd already thought about marketing the game,
Right.
and then he named it Prescott's Pylon
Yeah,
game.
Pylon
Okay.
Prescott.
All right, great. But the point is, this is a huge year for Dak Prescott.
Right.
And maybe they were just goofing around in a quarterback meeting, but the big picture here is, this is big. You've said the most pressure is on him. I think there's a whole lot of pressure on 21, who hadn't played any football either.
Right.
And is just goofing around on the sidelines. And he's been happy, silly Zeke. We keep seeing him on the sideline during games, thanks to NFL Films.
Right.
But the point is, yeah, there's huge Prescott pressure this year.
Huge.
Maybe that's a game, Prescott pressure. And he is now 6-11 in his last 17 starts as a Dallas Cowboy. And when the pressure was on in 2019, down the stretch, when it was him versus Jerry, he was betting on himself. He didn't play very well in those road games. You and I have been over it and over it. At Jets, one of your all-time favorite Cowboy losses. At New England, at Philadelphia, at Chicago.
I do want to preface it this that Sam Darnold actually had the best game of his career in that Jets game, throwing for 338 yards, 3 TDs. And I will say that also that New England game that was in the rain, I will preface it that by saying New England had won, I think it was 19 straight home games, and that's over the course of over 2.5 years. And we went toe-to-toe, and had it not been for a blocked punt in the rain, a cold rain, mind you, that was the difference, because it gave New England the ball in the red zone. That was the only touchdown that was scored that day in that weather. But go on, Skip Bayless. Go on, trashing Dak. Go ahead.
On and on. He just didn't play very well.
New Orleans.
Yeah, New Orleans. Yeah, you managed 10 points against Teddy Bridgewater and lose 12-10. And last year, got her off to a rip-roaring start in losing efforts. And they stole the Atlanta game, or they could have fallen to 0-4. And he was putting up historic pace numbers, and you called them and dismissed them empty calories.
Yeah.
Okay, so I haven't seen enough, and now I need to see it. They have dramatically improved the defense. It's going to be young, but it's going to be way better than it was last year. And I think Micah Parsons is going to be a star, and I think you'll see it fairly quickly. He's going to change the way they play defense.
Yeah.
Obviously, you have 3 bona fide, legitimate weapons at wideout, and CD is going to rise and shine as the best of those 3. And Amari's been lighting it up in camp, and we saw some great
Amari
footage.
was talking. He never talks. Amari was even talking.
Well, it's because Dax was sort of fueling the fire against Trevon Diggs. And Amari got him twice. And Cooper Rush threw the touchdown pass. Just for the record, he did that in practice. But the point is, if the offensive line can stay reasonably healthy, you got your 3 pillars back in the offensive line, maybe. And Zeke is back and looks like he's on a new nutrition plan, and he looks like he could have something. I think he can have a bounce back year.
Right.
Okay? So the pressure does fall to number 4. Can he be that guy? Can he live up to $75 million?
Here we go. $75 million again.
TV commercials, not to mention maybe a Prescott pylon game that they're going to market sooner than later.
Right.
I don't know. So it just sort of hit me wrong. Like, Dak, I just want you concentrating on football. And we all know he hasn't gotten to play any meaningful football since what was it? It's almost.
I love it. I love it now. I actually love it that before it was like, oh, well, you can get all kinds of other deals out there. So when you weren't getting paid, you're the one that, had you paid him maybe before he got all those contracts, he wouldn't have had to go out there and do those contracts. Well, now that he's gotten them, it didn't seem to affect him. He threw 3 games over 400 yards, something that no quarterback has ever done in the NFL, while having all those contracts on the side. And now, go on.
Almost a year.
Like the middle, like October, like the second game in October.
What was it, the 11th?
Yeah, something like that. It's going to be almost. It's going to be 11 months since he last played a meaningful football game.
Okay. So that's how it hit me a little bit sideways.
First of all, you and I both know Cowboy fans will pay anything that's Cowboy related.
Yep.
They got Cowboy on it.
Yep.
And now if you put a jersey number on it, you put one of these players' numbers on it, they'll definitely buy it.
Now I'll get it for Christmas. Just watch.
Yeah, you will.
I will.
And he'll throw it in the trash,
he says this is the game that's going to replace cornhole. Everybody comes out there to tailgate, and they're playing the game. They're throwing the football around. Buffalo, they're doing set the table on fire. They're doing all kind of crazy things.
Real crazy.
You told me.
Here you go. At least Skip.
You should give Jerry a discount. You play in Dallas. You have all these business opportunities.
Yep.
Take advantage of him.
Yep.
Now he trying to take advantage of him. You say, nah, Dak, don't do that. You done got your money now. Don't take advantage of none of these business opportunities.
Jerry to the cleaners,
Yes.
then the bank.
Yes.
He took him so far to the bank.
Here's the thing. We've heard enough, and probably the Skip Bayless police will probably end up copyrighting this. But I want to put something up here, okay? I want you to look at this real quick. Because his thing is Dak Prescott is getting $75 million, which is true. He did get $75 million from the Cowboys because that was the prorated signing bonus. That money actually goes out through the life of the contract. And I can't dispute that he's getting that $75 million this year. But what counts in the NFL is actually what is the cap number, because this is where it really counts, because you only have so much money to spend on players. You have $185 million. So if you were actually to spend $75 million of cap money on Dak Prescott, you would only have $110 million to spend on the rest of the team. But that's not how it works. The actual cap number is actually right here, is actually at $22 million, which is, as you can see, way down the list. The difference is Russell Wilson, whose cap number this year is $32 million, mind you, was Russell Wilson got his contract several years ago and got his lump sum signing bonus when he did those years ago. He's not due for that now. And that's the difference. Same thing with Kirk Cousins, Aaron Rodgers, Matt Ryan, Jimmy Garoppolo, Ben Roethlisberger. None of those guys are getting that bonus money because they didn't just sign a contract. Now, where this will change, of course, is wait till next year when Russell Wilson is in there to get a new contract. Wait till Aaron Rodgers goes someplace else next year and gets his contract. You follow me? This is another way that Skip Bayless is trying to, just kind of denigrate Dak Prescott, and claim to be a lifelong Cowboy fan. I don't know what it is, but I guess it's that Skip Bayless is jealous that Dak Prescott is getting paid and making money, because with him, it always is about the money. You heard him say, okay, he got the contract. He got the contract. Didn't hurt the Cowboys. As they said before, if Dak doesn't take a team-friendly deal, if he doesn't leave money on the table, they can't sign other players. That's what they told you, right? Damn. We've been signing players left and right. Didn't we? Didn't we? We got Dak's contract done. We brought in Keanu O'Neal. We ended up bringing Montre Kazee. We brought in Malik Hooker. We brought in a lot of players to fit roles. Dak Prescott didn't hurt us on that. In fact, that contract that he did was very team-friendly for this year. And even next year, they will pay more. The Eagles will pay more to Carson Wentz this year to just get the hell out than what the Cowboys will actually pay on the cap for Dak next year. It's just another reason why I hate Skip Bayless and the crap that he does. And with that being said, you know what? We're going to get up out of here. I'm working on uploading another video. I've been gone all day. And now I am trying to get caught up on all the news and stuff. But I appreciate you guys, as always, for being here, and we're going to do it live.
For us today, and we will leave you with I can't do it. We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Thing sucks. In 5, 4, 3. That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks again for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a